Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to today's Monday Market Outlook here at Top Gun Options. Matthew Buckley, call sign Wiz. And before we get into markets and all that type of stuff, trade deals and good news, man, even better news. We knocked out a healing retreat this weekend. We had 4 veterans who received grants from the No Fallen Heroes Foundation, and we had a civilian, actually a Top Gun Options member who joined us this past weekend through Sacred Warrior Fellowship. Just absolutely incredible weekend. So much healing. There's a Navy diver right there. We had another Navy veteran. We had a Marine who was a V-22 crew chief. Horrible loss in his squadron. And also an Army infantry, a brother who just experienced absolute hell in Operation Iraqi Freedom. We had a lot of energy release, a lot of healing. Man, just blessed and unstoppable, man. Go to my Instagram, or actually go to Sacred Warrior Fellowship's Instagram, and you can check out that post. Please share it. Please spread the good work. On that note, our next retreat is December 5 through 7, 5, 6, 7. I think we have 3 or 4 Top Gun Options members coming. So that only leaves a couple of slots left for civilians, because the rest of those are going to be veterans, first responders, or family members. So if this calls to you, shoot me an email, Wiz, W-H-I-Z, at nofallenheroes.com, and we'd love to help you out. Just remember, folks, you're not broken. Nobody's broken. God does not make imperfect things. You just need to remember. You just need to return home. You're sacred, and we can do our best to help you remember that. Along those lines, man, never thought I'd get into Harvard, but on November 5th, I'm actually speaking at Harvard Law towards psychedelic access. Go faster or slower? You obviously know what my answer is going to be. I mean, really? Slower? These compounds have been used for thousands and thousands of years around the world to heal and reconnect folks with the divine, universe, God, whatever words you choose to use. And we're acting in the West like we just found these things. Like, whoa, look at what we just discovered. Please. I mean, it's insane. So you can watch this. It's I gave this link out to our Top Gun Options members. It's a full day of 500-pound heads talking about psychedelics up at Harvard Law. And then during lunch, we have a panel. So you can actually register to watch the live stream and see what we have to say. Okay, all that stuff is fantastic, right? The world would be a much better place if people took responsibility for their healing. And this is less fantastic, but if that other stuff doesn't resonate with you, check out the S&P 500 all-time highs. What are we at right now? 60. This is just absolutely insane. If I can click on my E-Trade platform, look at that. Look at the S&P 500, SPX. Let's go take a look at it. We're at 6860. Wow, 6860 on the S&P 500, all-time highs, man. Why? Well, I guess trade deal with China. Wait a minute, I thought we had a trade deal like back in April with China. No. Apparently when the president wants to pump the markets, he just does one of his, we got a beautiful trade deal with China. Nobody does trade deals like me and Xi. Beautiful deal. Where is it? Like, did you sign it? No, not yet. I mean, folks, 2 weeks, what was it, 2 weeks ago? Yeah, 2 weeks ago, I'm out in Aspen doing a fundraiser. Look what happened here. Remember that 1-2% down day? That was Trump tweeting, we're in a trade war with China. Unbelievable trade war. Nobody does trade wars better than me. Smash. Okay, a couple days later, it's back off. So you can be forgiven if your neck hurts like mine do with the whipsaw news. Or what can you do? You can just say, you know what, Wiz? There's the tariff bottom, and we haven't looked back, essentially, okay? Not good news on inflation last week, folks. It's up here above 3%. And I told you weeks ago that Goldman Sachs reported that take the AI bubble out of this market right now, GDP is either flat to negative. It's up here at 3% too. And it's all on this AI self-licking ice cream cone, vaporware, vendor financing bullshit that's going on. So, a lot of stuff going on that's potentially good, but a lot of stuff that's potentially bad. More companies bet they can still grow without hiring. JP Morgan, strong bias against hiring people. Walmart, flat. We're not hiring anybody either. Well, a couple weeks ago, Walmart laid off 10,000 white-collar jobs. White collar jobs, folks. AI, right? What's the definition of a recession? When your neighbor loses their job. What's the definition of a depression? When you lose yours. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm telling you, AI is going to kill all of us. It's going to take all our jobs first, and then it's going to kill all of us. Big market swings are back, putting investors on edge, man. Leveraged stock funds hitting people with large losses. These triple reverse Lindy inverse ETFs and stuff like that, man. The warning signs lurking below the surface of a record market. Why bubbles keep inflating right in front of us. Folks, in my experience, 34 years of doing this, when I see this type of stuff from the Wall Street Journal, it's usually 1 potato, 2 potato, 3, implosion. But trade deals. Presidents gallivanting around Asia, Malaysia, trade deal, Cambodia, trade deal. I think they're going to surprise us with the Xi trade deal towards the end of the week. So in the absence of absolutely horrific news, the market's going to move up and to the right. We had a great brief today, this morning, solo Amazon. We did our free full throttle training last week and some solo Amazon. I opened up the doors. We had a lot of new solo Amazon members. So we looked at a new trade, a synthetic stock position, a long-term bullish position right here on Amazon. That's right there in our solo. I'm not going to show you in case you're not a member. You're not getting that for free. And also, we talked about the nuke power names, or the names that are going to power taking our jobs and killing us. Isn't that awesome? Hey, man, I'm making a shitload of money on this AI stuff going up, and I just lost my job. I hope you bank that money because it's about to get bad. I already shared with my folks this morning, Amazon plans to replace more than 500,000 jobs with robots. That's 500 moms, dads, husbands, sister, bro. That's 500 401ks that are going. That's 500,000 healthcare. Folks, we're screwed with AI. I guarantee you. But I'm here for it, man. I'm a squirrel, man. Gather nuts for the winter. I am banking money, and I will pound this bubble into the dirt when, not if, it implodes. Keeping an eye on the psychedelic names, man. There is so much good stuff going on. You know, one of the guys this weekend, he's a TGO member. I'm like, now do you understand why you should be getting long-term bullish on psychedelics? He's like, yep. MindMed looking great. Nice gentle climb schedule out of MindMed here. How's the tie looking? ATAI. Same thing, man. Just gentle climb schedules out of these names. You could have gotten a tie 4 months ago at about $1.15, and it got as high as last week's almost $7. You're welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Hop in your time machine, fly out in time to Jan 28 and buy some upside calls, and you'll thank me, right? You'll actually make a nice donation to Sacred Warrior Fellowship or to the No Fallen Heroes Foundation so you can help support healing your hands. That's what you do, man. If you'd like to knock the rust off and maybe do a little healing, we're here for you. SacredWarriorFellowship.com. Or, you know what, Wiz? I wouldn't mind knocking a little rust off, but I also want to see what all the fuss is about. Why is everybody, well, all the smart people bullish on the psychedelic names? Well, why don't you experience it, right? It's like me trying to explain brain surgery, man, when I'm a political science major. Sit with these sacraments, and then maybe it'll show you how this is truly the way and a transformative next sector in our economy. You want to be bullish on the psychedelic names. Compass, Cybin are kind of the bronze and silver medalists, but Atai and MindMed are definitely the winners there. Okay, let's go look at the VIX real quick. The VIX is like under, what are we at today? VIX is at, wow, under 16, man. We had a little, freak out. Oh my God, the government shut down. Nobody cares. And we're already back down to our resting heart rate. So one more time, in the absence of horrific news, we're going to move up and to the right, and we're printing money. Our bullish on America trade we put on last week is already up and making money. Where's my SPX trade from last week? Right there. We're up 23% in a week, folks. And this trade, look at this, for a small investment last week. Let me analyze this trade right there. For a small investment last week, it was like $1,500. I could potentially make $98,000 by December of 2028. Don't know how to do it? You should have joined Full Throttle. If you want to come to our December retreat, shoot me an email, wiz@nofallenheroes.com. Have a great rest of your day. Fights on, namaste, and basi basi. Wiz out.